What's up there, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of ManCave Astronomy. Today I got some things that I wanted to go over. We talked about some stuff that was to come, and some things that I've been working on here, and I just wanted to take a few minutes and kind of show you some of the stuff. What we've got is we got our new camera. I ended up purchasing a Sony NEX-5r digital camera, 16.1 megapixel touchscreen, you know, all kinds of good stuff on it. The screen is very versatile as far as the way you can have it. You know, 16.1. I did a lot of research and a lot of studying on this camera on YouTube and everything like that, and I chose this camera for one, price point. Two, it is a fairly small camera, and not a whole lot of weight. It does have the detachable lens, so you know, there was a lot of different things that went into choosing this camera. The biggest thing and the biggest reason, of course, if you go online and look at you know, the YouTube videos on it, the biggest thing is this is a wireless camera. Basically, the biggest thing for this camera that I thought was a plus was the fact that I could actually put the camera in the telescope, take my smartphone or my tablet or my laptop or whatever, and I can actually look at what the camera sees without actually having to be able to look at the camera. So that was a pretty big, to me, one of the biggest reasons why I chose this camera, is I can actually put it in there. I don't have to be in all kinds of awkward positions, looking up and looking through, and try not to mess with things on the camera. Which the touchscreen should make it fairly simple to change things without a whole lot of vibration, than actually using the hard touch keys. And some things like that. So this is what they call a hybrid. It's got an autofocus with the manual, which really doesn't come into play when you've got this shoved in a telescope. But the one nice thing about it was I can actually sit there with my phone and look at what the camera sees on the phone or on my tablet, and can actually just start clicking off pictures, or you know, I don't know how the video does as far as taking video with it, as far as with a remote, the remote access app that it's got on it. I don't really know how that's turned out. I haven't done a video with it yet. I've taken plenty of pictures with it and kind of played around. One of the other things, I'm not a very camera savvy person. You know, I know a little bit about cameras. I don't know a whole lot. And the one thing that really impressed me after the several videos that I've watched on YouTube for the NEX-5r was just the simple auto function, the auto functionality of you know, you don't have to sit there and dilly-dally and go through a lot of the menus. You know, you can, and it's got all the bells and whistles, but as far as an actual point and shoot type option, Sony has really done a good job with just putting basically you click it to superior auto, and you know, it pretty much unleashes the camera and lets it do its own thing, and in some ways that's best, especially if you're like me, that you know, I don't know a whole lot of the camera, like I said, the camera savvy type stuff. So that was another big plus for it. I can pretty much be camera illiterate and should still get some really good photos. I know the photos that I've taken just playing with it have been really good. I can really tell the more higher end, you know, megapixels and everything else from what I've been using. So that was, I'm really looking forward to getting this thing mounted in. I've got a mount coming. This is an E-mount. Sony uses an E-mount type lens, and I've got an E-mount adapter I've already got the little adapter piece to adapt it to the beta eyepieces that I ordered. So I should be able to do projection and overs through the eyepiece photography, plus I should be able to also put just a 2-inch nose, which, if you know, the last video I did was about the click lock, and the nose piece that the click lock has. I've got an adapter that I can just easily screw this onto the mount, so you know, that worked out really well. I didn't have to buy another nose piece or something else to go along with it. But that was one of the big things that one of the big purchases that I did. Starting to dull into the world of astrophotography. We'll see how it goes. Besides that, I'll get back into this in some more videos, and kind of, I'm not going to go over the camera a whole lot, just because there's already a ton of videos out there on YouTube that goes over the camera and all this, that, and the others about it. And I don't want to persuade somebody to buy a you know, $700 camera, which was the price of this. It was $699. And you know, as far as Canon, and I'm not knocking Canon by no means, because Canon's been doing it for a long time. You know, but I just wasn't going to swallow $1,500 for a Canon. Matter of fact, the camera I'm filming this with is a Canon Power Shot. So I like Canon. Canon's a good, I would say probably the Cadillac of cameras, but I just couldn't go with their price, and they don't have the wireless. You know, the wireless was the big thing. I think that's going to be something, and I'm sure it's going to be, every camera out there will be wireless before long. But one of the reasons I did choose the Sony, a lot of the Sony chips, if you buy a Orion Starshoot, or you know, you name it, I mean, almost everybody out there that I've seen, I mean, I'm sure there's a few that aren't, but a lot of the camera people out there are using the Sony chips. So, you know, I just kind of figured it's kind of a cop to buy a for one, to spend $5, $6, $7, you can spend $3,000 on a camera that don't do nothing but fit in your telescope. I just kind of thought it was a little silly to spend that kind of money when they're using the Sony chip, and you know, at least if all else fails, I can still take some pretty good pictures with this. It's a nice camera, so I got a nice camera that's going to go in my telescope, and you know, for about $700, you know, I really couldn't bark at that, and it's got the wireless, the Wi-Fi. So, which also, the other point I want to make about that is too, when you've got this in the telescope and you're running your wireless app, whether it be your phone or your tablet, I would highly suggest getting a tablet, just so you can do star navigation. I've got the Southern Star Wi-Fi adapter coming from my telescope. I'm gonna go ahead and go wireless as much as possible, just so I ain't got to trip and fall over that stuff. But the cool thing about that is with the tablet's got enough memory. You know, this is a 32 gigabyte memory inside, plus I can put a standard memory card in it to put it out to 64, and then of course, you know, there's all kinds of other things. I can put an external storage. I can go up to, I think 3 trig is now the, or yeah, 3 trig is now the highest one I've seen. But anyway, I got more options as far as storage room. Plus, it's a 10.1 display. I'm gonna run the SkySafari Pro on it, so that's gonna be my navigation. Plus, it's gonna be wireless to the telescope. The camera's wireless, so really I shouldn't have but about 2 or 3 small cables going to this thing, so I don't really have to worry about a bunch of cables getting all tangled up and plugging up and all this other stuff. I have played around with transferring some photos and different things. The only thing that I really see that's a big issue is the phone does pretty good as far as looking through, but when you actually start taking pictures with the phone, using it as the remote, it starts saving the pictures to the phone. You're going to run out of memory pretty fast, you know, using the phone. It's got an option where you don't have to do that, but there again, I don't want to fill up the memory card, which I bought a nice 32 gig memory card, like they said. You know, I think it's a class 10 So it's a high-end memory card. So I've got plenty of memory in the camera on its own, but really the tablet can support all the photos. I can do the remote with the tablet, and the cool thing about it is when I snap the picture, it doesn't save it to the camera, it saves it to the tablet. So automatically all my photos and everything and video and stuff is going to automatically be done to the tablet, and then I'm gonna see how it works out. I'll probably fine tune it later if it doesn't, but I got Google, the Google Drive, basically the cloud drive. I've got it set up between my tablet and my regular full-blown HP laptop, and I'm gonna do all my imaging, processing and stuff on, just because of the laptop's got Google's of memory, and it's just a lot faster. I don't want to bog down the tablet doing it. None of that. I don't think I can get a image software on the tablet that's really good where I can with the laptop. So, but all that'll be shared across Google. I don't have to go buy a $100 hard drive, storage drive in between them. So, that's kind of the cool part with that. That ended up working out really well, so I can really share the files and then put all that on Google, and not burn up a bunch of memory in my laptop or my tablet. I'm letting Google absorb all that. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm going, where I'm heading. The other kind of cool thing to come is, like I said, I've got the wireless, the SkySafari. I need to download the app to the laptop or to the tablet. I've got the wireless adapter coming to hook it up, so my guidance can be wireless. I've got the tablet to run it with, and to do all my outside stuff. I don't really want to drag my laptop out there and have the laptop sitting out there in the cold. I'd rather do that with the tablet. The tablet's a little more forgiving and a lot less expensive. So, the next big thing I've got to conquer, and I'll show you this right now. This is the High Point auto collimator. I've already got that in, and I'm waiting on my collimation kit, which has got the single point laser and the 2-inch Cheshire in it, and it comes with the spotting template. So that's going to be, I'm sure, about 10 videos of me struggling, cussing, and throwing things to get this 10-inch collimated, and we're going to try to put a new center spot on there, and get it all lined up good to use with the camera, and start taking some good pictures. So that's the goal for that. That should be in this week, to get this telescope aligned and get working on it. So we got that to come. We got 2 new eyepieces coming, and my Greyhound is getting ready to bump the camera. We got 2 new eyepieces coming. We've got the feathering rings to adapt to those and change the focal length. We got that coming. We bought a poofer, as I like to call it, to clean our optics with, and you just poof. You need to pick up that. We got a lens pen, the original lens pen, which has got the little debris brush, and on the other end it's got the little suction cup cleaner looking little thing to clean your lenses with. It's about 20 bucks for this and that, and if you're going to have a camera and an eyepiece and anything worth something, you need to go ahead and pick these up. I got actually both of these when I bought the camera at Best Buy, so and I think I've seen them at Walmart too, so they're out there. They're pretty available, but it's definitely worth having. I'll do a video on cleaning the eyepieces and the primary. Of course, we'll do all that when we do the collimation on the scope. We'll make sure everything's good and clean before we put it all back together. So, what else? What else was there? I think that's it. I was just going to show you real quick, give you a little demonstration on how the wireless works. I guess I can do it on my tablet here. Scroll into my menu button. click on applications. That's kind of the other cool thing about this camera is it's wireless, and Sony has broke into the apps, so hopefully we're going to see a whole bunch of the app stuff coming. You know, and really, that's really going to be cool, because they can do firmware updates and all that good stuff just by apps and just firmware. So you know, that's really cool. Take off the lens cover there. As you see, it's connecting to the laptop. It's already detected the camera, and it's linking up. So there you go. You can see there's the camera that I'm recording with, but I'm looking at that camera that you can now see on the laptop. So and you can see it's pretty fast. You know, I'm looking like the Hall of Effects there. I'm looking back into the laptop, or the tablet there. So yeah, and I just tried it. You can't shoot movies yet with the remote, unfortunately. So basically the best thing to do is use this, of course, to get the camera all settled in and everything, and then close the app, and then just click the movie button and shoot your movie, and for, you know, get your video to process and whatnot. But I was going to show you the other cool thing is, I'm going to point this camera back at this one here, and I'm just going to reach over here and touch the camera button. Click, and we just got a picture of it. And now it's going to send it to the gallery, because the image has been saved in the Play Memories Media mobile folder. So there you go. And essentially, you know, that's the nice thing. I've got a copy of it on here, but when I pull them off and transfer them, they automatically delete from the camera and go to the computer or the tablet or whatever. Like I said, I think people, that's going to be a big issue, is trying to use, you know, I've got a Droid Razor, you know, it's 16 megabyte, but I think that's going to be a big issue, trying to use the phone to, you know, it's cool to look through, but the tablet, like I said, it's going to work out a lot better and not fill up the phone, and it's a lot easier to get the photos and all the stuff off of the tablet than it is trying to fiddle fart with my phone and transfer everything to the phone and all that other stuff. So but anyway, just wanted to make another little quick video here and just kind of show y'all some of the stuff we've been working on here in the man cave. And that's what we're looking forward to in 2013. So I've got some other stuff in the works and have done. I just haven't quite got a chance to do a video of it yet. And I'm gonna probably do a video later on in the week and show y'all all the rest of the goodies that come in. I got 2 more packages coming. One that's just the camera adapter, and then the other piece has got the collimation kit, the eyepieces, and dew prevention. That was the other thing I got, was I had to get some dew prevention. So I got a couple heating bands, and I got a Astro Zap actual hood with a dew, you know, with a heater strip built into it to go on the telescope to keep that primary good and clear, and the corrector lens. So all that good stuff's coming, folks. So stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun.